beloved family in Christ at Grace Baptist Church. I hope you're all doing well today. You know, we've been going through a series on the church, and we've seen in Paul's letter to the Ephesians how every member ought to be involved in building one another up in Christ Jesus. So how can we get involved? This is where we have our deacons with us today. Deacons help enable ministry and service in the church, and they will tell us a little about themselves and their roles and how we can help and serve.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Annie, and I'm one of the deacons for the Welcome Ministry. For me, the main thing that I've been doing is I follow up with newcomers once they filled out that newcomers visitors survey. So I usually text people, check how they're doing, see if I can connect them to a CG or ministry or answer any of their questions. And the other thing I do is I organize the quarterly newcomers meetings. So we're sometimes doing that on Zoom. The last one we did in person, although I think nowadays we're probably back on Zoom. I've also got Onsu helping me out with contacting people. But in terms of how you guys can help, honestly, currently, we don't really need any urgent help just because there's not so many, there's no meetings right now. And then most of the newcomers were just contacting over message. But I think the way the church can support is if you ever get a message from me or from Onsu, just trying to get you to help us. Maybe we're trying to connect a newcomer to perhaps to join your CG or to hear more about your ministry. Just be receptive, which I'm sure everyone always is. Yeah, so that's the main thing.
Hi everybody, my name is Bibianna and I mainly am a deacon for the Young Adults Ministry. The Young Adults Ministry in GBC is a ministry that is dedicated to really just helping mainly the 18 to 25-year-olds, and we're just committed to discipling the young people of that age. So for me, my role is actually we have a good team of about at least 15 leaders, and I mainly just work with them to coordinate, get to know people. There are a lot of new people, or also there are just a lot of young people in this age range, and I help to also just plug people into small groups. Small groups is really the main part of the ministry in this COVID and Zoom era. So if you're interested to just really get to know more about the ministry and how you can just help formally and informally, you can just contact me later. I think there'll be a slide with my contact details. So just drop me an email and I'll be really just interested to, just get to know more about you also.
Right. Hi, I'm Hewlett. I'm the deacon for the Member Care Ministry. So I serve with 6 other members on the Member Care Ministry, Elder Tian Chai, Richard, Sane, Joel Tang, Kit Wan, and Siu Ting. So we have 6 care areas: bereavement, family support, home visitation, hospital visitation, financial assistance, and lastly, transport. So as you can see, Member Care Ministry is really about providing practical and emotional support to church members. So, and especially sometimes when CGs, we help each other, support each other, but there are some things which are beyond the ken of just a CG, right? And so what we do is we really connect the CGs and the church members to the rest of the church, so the rest of the church can come in and support your CG members or any church member who is not in a CG maybe. What I do, basically, I'm just in charge of calling the quarterly meetings and basically, being one of the members, providing them practical support and coordinating these any needs as well as the support. So how you can volunteer, you can write to us, contact us, and we will have a pool of volunteers. Whenever there are needs, we will contact you, or occasionally, if there's announcements in the ministry guide, these will be informed to the entire congregation, right? And then you can just contact us and you can help out there.
Hi, my name is Siang Teck. I'm one of the deacons in the Welcome Ministry team. My role basically is to ensure that all worshippers who step into GBC to worship physically feel safe and that they will come back to worship with us. Besides this, my role also involved in identifying the new visitor that visit GBC. We thank God that despite these COVID situations, there are still many people who visit us. And we thank God that we managed to identify some of them as they worship with us physically for the past few months. God has been gracious. And as we able to give us enough volunteers to ensure that we can able to run our worship physically in the safe manner, complying with the government authority. We thank God that we, at this juncture, we have sufficient help, volunteers in this ministry, but there's an increasing numbers of people who are worshiping on Saturday, and this will require more manpower in this ministry. If you are keen in helping out in this ministry, you can contact either Sze Gar or myself so that we can able to connect you to be part of this team.
Hi, my name is Sze Gar. I pretty much work with Siang Teck on the front end as well. And then just a little bit before Annie's part is to encourage the visitors to sign up the visitor form. So how can you help is if you're visiting with us, then you'll be very grateful if you could sign up the visitor registration so that's not any that you can follow up. And we also look at how can we help you to connect so if you're first time visiting, if you can find people to come, just bring out for coffee now and then. So we have some kind of groups who are doing that a little bit. It's not formal yet, but in time to come when you can gather more, then we'll be very happy if more people can just help us to host visitors, especially when they are on their own. I'm also deacon for the communications ministry, and so I coordinate kind of like the quarterly, not quarterly, the weekly emails. How can you help in that way? If you are keen to take photographs or events, if you like to draw, if you like to write, if you like to conduct interview or be interviewed, if something to share, we will welcome all of that. So you can. So this is a ministry that you can participate, not necessarily formally in the ministry, but everyone can participate in this ministry. And of course, if you read what we put out in the e-news, that would be the best. So, and I think for our welcome ministry as well, it's not, you don't need to participate informally, but when we gather, if you sit beside someone whom you do not know, you can just get to know the person, whether the person is a visitor or have been with us for many years. By just welcoming the person, getting to know another person, you're actually helping a whole welcome ministry. Yeah.
I really appreciate your ministry among us. Really, thank you very much. For the rest of us, you have heard from our deacons. So now to help us get involved, after this, we have a slide with their names, roles, and email contacts. And if you really want to help out, do not hesitate to drop them a note. All right, thank you.
Thank you.